national guidelines that we have just launched, which are national guidelines on health, educational life skills for out of school adolescents and youth, are a significant tool for this country. Values-based, the first of its kind in Uganda. A number of themes in these guidelines were captured, were very well thought out. But I'd like to talk about only three. And this is parenting, nutrition, and the boy child. On parenting, we realized that should I call them the Gen Z parents or the .com parents, we also do not have the appropriate information to give to our children, pass on to our children. And so it looks like even as the parents, we need to be parented. So these guidelines are out here to help us in that aspect.
We've been waiting for this document for some time as civil society organizations, because as civil society organizations, you find that we do a lot of work with out-of-school young people, but we've been missing a document that guide us, that guide our work. Because in most cases, you realize that these young people out of school, they have special needs, they have unique needs, but they don't know what to do. Even the parents, they don't know what to do with them. Even the people around them, they don't know what to do with them. And at the end of the day, they choose the way to take. Some of them, you find them abusing drugs. Some of them, you find them engaging in risky behaviors, including getting married when they are still very, very young. Some young people have gotten married to fellow young people, and they have started again giving birth to children. So children are giving birth to children. And at the end of the day, you look at a family without any future. But with these guidelines in place, we are going to use them to ensure that we provide correct information to these young people out of school, to support them make healthy and informed choices.
It's really important. The reason it's so important is that more than half of adolescents and young people in Uganda today are not in some form of education or training and employment. There's a lot of kids that are out of school, and they're not getting access to the kind of information that they need to be safe and healthy and to make good choices. And so these guidelines are helping to make sure that those young people also have access to information, because as I was saying in my speech earlier, they're going to get information one way or the other, and this is our way of ensuring that the information that they get is good and high quality and accurate. I want to also say that there's sometimes some misunderstanding about sexuality education. Some people think that when you offer sexuality education to young people, you're teaching them to have sex, and that's not what the evidence tells us. The evidence shows us very, very clearly that actually when young people and adolescents have access to sexuality education and life skills education, what happens is they start having sex later. And when they do, it's safer.
Timely that the guidelines are there. It is indeed a bit overdue already, because it was really time, and it was mentioned by the commissioner. It was a long journey. It was a journey with quite some potholes. But in the end, these guidelines saw the light. And that's good, because having certain things on paper that is specific for Ugandan situation, it's good that we can bring the information to the out of school, to the youth, and hopefully those also will serve as guidelines for the in-school youth.
We hope our young people living in communities, in the different communities, wherever we live, who are out of school, to be cared for and be looked after, to ensure that they are not exploited by drug dealers, drug sellers, by people who take advantage of the babies and children, to have premarital sex with them, to have sex out of marriage, to make them conceive and to have unwanted pregnancies, and all these other dangers that affect the young people.
There, you launch as you speak.